Skating better and getting pucks deep.
Putting the puck deep.
Put pucks in deep.
He's tripping pucks. He's getting pucks deep.
Getting a lot of pucks deep. Getting pucks deep.
Just put the puck deep.
Getting pucks out. Getting pucks deep.
Get pucks deep. Wear them down.
Get pucks in.
Pucks in.
Pucks in deep.
Puck deep. Pucks deep. Keep getting pucks deep and deep.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pucks and Deep podcast. I'm Ali Murgy, also known as Dark Chocolate. I'm here with Hoglander Dick Rider Parker. I'm also here with White Chocolate himself, Cadbury's finest, Evan. And I'm also here with Junior C Legend. He's been cut from 5 teams because he's taken too many penalties. I'm here with Kylan. How are you guys feeling today?
Feeling good? A little bit sore, too many slashes of people's heads. I was giving too many.
Oh, got to go straight for the head straight away.
If you don't put him in the hospital, you're not doing your job properly.
Exactly, right? Why are you playing Junior C if you're not going to the hospital, right?
Exactly.
Simple as that. All right, guys, I think we're going to start off with Winnipeg's hot start, going up 7-0, the only undefeated team left. Sadly, the Flames lost against the Kraken. How do you guys feel about the Winnipeg Jets right now?
That talk about Calgary was a little random, but I feel like the Jets are going to get swept first round, so it doesn't matter.
I'm not sure if you've realized on this podcast, but everything is about Calgary on this podcast, We're like Leafs fans. We have to implement
I thought when Patrick Waugh, it's Waugh.
Patrick Waugh.
It's Waugh.
Waugh.
Shut up. When Patrick Waugh and, Dominic Hasek and all those guys left the league, I thought that, and when Price left, I thought that goaltender carrying left with them. We lost it for a couple seasons, and then Hellebuck came out of nowhere, and it's just I honestly think
he's only been the best goalie in the league for the last 6 years. I don't know where.
I know, right?
Yeah, 100%.
No, I'm saying he hasn't carried the Jets
20
this far.
years after Waugh.
Waugh.
It's
Waugh.
It's Waugh.
No, you guys are delusional, man.
Can we not have this argument?
There's
Waugh.
Can we not
Patrick
have this
Waugh.
argument?
What is this, a Hyundai commercial? Jesus.
Waugh.
Hyundai.
It's Hyundai. It's Hyundai. It's actually pronounced Hyundai.
Man, we're really trying to go for the sponsorship straight away.
It's called Hyundai.
You know what I mean?
Hey, they sponsored Bedsy, so...
Hey, we're the next Bedsies here, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you seen Parker Stevens?
We are so good, man.
Look at this man. That is an athlete right there.
I'm just saying, if you put Parker against Bedsy, you put Parker against Bedsy, Bedsy's ending in a hospital bed. I'm just saying that right now.
Yeah, if Parker falls on him.
I've got
yeah, if he falls on him.
I've got 60 pounds on him.
Dude, you've got 100 pounds on
No,
him.
but Winnipeg, they've been playing well, but it's a matter of do they have the depth to last, which I don't think they do.
I think they do. They just got to prove themselves in the playoffs. Like you see their lineup. What are you talking about?
Winnipeg has incredible depth.
When I'm saying depth, they have a bunch of lower guys, and they have skill throughout the lineup, but they have their it's in my opinion, it's a very average team. They have certain guys who can be put up in certain skills.
In a way, they lack a superstar talent in a way that a lot of contenders do. But
Hellebuck is a superstar.
Okay,
talent.
sure, but you need an offenseman guy. I know Kyle Connor's there, and he's a great player. But again, I think that they lack a little bit of a true superstar lead in a team. From the front end.
I think Kyle Connor's so underrated. He's a top 10 player in my books, at least.
In the league?
Yeah,
but he hasn't even scored
40 goals.
We've also known that your takes are
He doesn't
wild.
even put up 30 assists.
You're the same guy that thinks
That's
Samuel
a bit
Montembeault is going to be the next Vezina winner, so you can shut up.
At some
He's
point.
going to be incredible. I'm sticking with that. I'm on the Montembeault bandwagon so hard right now.
You're wearing your Carey Price socks, I know.
Yeah, you know that for sure. 100%. You know I had to rock Carey Price today, right?
Fucking hog rider.
All right, guys. What do you guys think about the season up to this point? Who is your biggest surprise at this moment?
I still think the biggest surprise is the Flames.
Yeah, honestly.
Tough one last night, but even up to that game against Pittsburgh with that final comeback win, I think that was... I don't know. They go out there and they play with a chip on their shoulder. They're gritty and they're tough to play against, which I think is their advantage.
The only one I'd say is actually kind of a surprise is how low Nashville is.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised though, because they just spent $130 million on 35-year-old players. I don't know.
No, I get that, but when you, as you've been saying, how a goaltender can change the course of your team.
Maybe 0-5 is a bit worse than I thought. Or 1-5.
How a goaltender can change the course of your league, and they have of your team. We've seen with Hellebuck, we've seen with Shesterkin and all these guys, but they have Soros. And even with Soros, they're still so low. It's one of those, you start to wonder what's going on in the locker room to make the team not perform.
I think it's just an age problem. They just added 3 36-year-old guys.
Kevin Lankinen.
We're not
surprised
talking
me.
about Kevin Lankinen right now.
That was a surprise to me, dude. He's doing well.
But like honestly, if you look at Nashville, that team just looks like it's gonna sound really bad, but I think they're just a bunch of whiny babies. You look at guys like Stamkos and Marchessault, they're like whining right now. Oh, I can't win right now. Oh, well, why the fuck did you sign in Nashville? Like, let's be honest. Do you really think Nashville's a contender in the West?
No.
I think some people had it on them, but again, it's just because they signed big names. Like Marchessault's 34, Stamkos I think is turning 36 this year. Like they just signed a bunch of older guys. While those are great pieces to add if you're already a contending team, they didn't even make the playoffs last year. Sorry, they did. They did. They got lost to Vancouver.
I got one more. I got two more sleepers for they're actually doing well, and I have three more.
Minnesota's a wagon.
Minnesota's
that's what we found
second.
out.
Yeah, that's a good
They're
team right
doing
there.
well. Ottawa for the first time ever is in second.
Yeah, dude.
Without Allmark.
Timmy Stu,
no,
dude.
they have Allmark still playing.
Well, he's
Yeah, but
only played a couple games.
Been injured.
I mean,
He only
Ottawa's
played
one of their more recent games. It was 8-7 in overtime. It was who could do better on goaltending. Who
could do worse on goaltending?
Yeah, I know. And then Washington's in third somehow in their division.
Yeah.
That's a good team right there.
That is the greatest wild card team I've ever seen in my life.
I
they
know.
They added Pierre-Luc Dubois, didn't they?
Dubois. Yeah, that was probably their biggest
Magia
one.
That guy's a
Bonnie,
whiny bitch, though.
Monge.
No offense.
Yes.
Dubois is a whiny bitch.
Don't even get me started on Dubois, man. Like,
I
But
just
like, what? Sorry.
I was saying it's unfortunate with Dubois. Isn't the guy? He's like 6'4", like 220 pounds. Like he's a power forward. Or
Oh,
could
he's a
be
center.
power
And he's a
forward.
centerman as well.
And I don't know. You just can never get it going.
all right, I want to kind of shift back to the Nashville talk about Stamkos and Marchessault. I have a really hot take about this. I think there's no more pride to be where you're from anymore. Like players would rather go to these lower. Again, I understand
with
low
that.
tax states, but like honestly, if you look at like historically, like
That's why
even though
it's-
California has a lot of taxes, players still want to play for in LA, right? Why don't players want to play in Canada? There's no more pride to be Canadian anymore.
It's fucking cold.
the country
no, but I
sucks.
understand that
Because they
but,
have
like,
Trudeau as their head of
our-
state.
Are we really blaming Trudeau the reason why
Yes.
all these players aren't coming in?
Yes.
When you're getting
So you're
taxed
telling
out of
me-
your
okay,
fucking
so-
dick. Look at Tavares, and you just go to a lawsuit over how much you just got taxed from.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's
CRA.
also the thing, though, is I fully believe that if Tavares signed in, I don't know, San Jose or anything, he would have made more money in Toronto just because of all the sponsorships and what it means to that community.
Maybe, but we're talking about Toronto here. Toronto is a big market.
Yeah.
Like they were able to sign 4 All-Stars.
Well, okay, here's another thing. So, like, I was talking to a Sherwood rep, right? And Matthew Tkachuk had a contract there. He
Yep.
took a 40% pay cut to go to Florida on a Sherwood contract. If he were to be the captain of the Calgary Flames, he would have added a 40% more.
Yeah, well, I know, but it's just people. I think
Like-
over the long run, well,
Yeah, but-
like they're in the Sun Belt. They have no state tax. Like there's a lot of those things. Like,
Also,
why do you
no
think Tampa Bay
offense.
has been so
No
dominant
offense.
for the last 6 years?
No,
of
I understand that.
NHL?
In your winters, would you during your hockey season, would you rather be up in Canada where
Yeah, hit the beach,
where one
75-degree
you're
weather.
freezing your ass off walking into the games, it's minus 40 outside. 2, you can't go outside because this city is so crazy that they'll know you exactly from your face. Or would you rather go to Florida, take a little bit of a pay cut, but if you take a little bit of pay cut, you can walk around outside, people don't know you as much, you can have a normal life when you're outside of the rink, and you can drive how much have you seen on the NHL Fatal Series? You can drive a fucking golf cart everywhere.
Okay.
You can be in the sun 100% of the time. You can wear shorts and a t-shirt anywhere you want to go.
I feel like that's becoming a bit more of an American problem. Like I feel like they want to go play in their home nation, right? Well, as you see some Canadians, like even with Huberdeau, who spent his whole career down south in Florida and then was kind of, I mean, I know he was traded,
Yeah.
but he still then he extended it up here, right? Do you know what I mean? When for Calgary we had 2 Americans superstars who wanted to go play down south and both took giant
No, but
pay
that's my
cuts.
thing is there is American pride, right? Like American players want to go play in America.
I know.
Why don't Canadian players want to come here?
Because like forward the Canadian teams are
No, but
shit
I'm just-
and the
I'm
rest of
saying,
the country is shit.
4 of the Canadian teams are shit. One of them is cursed.
Honestly, I feel like Hockey Canada is creating weak men. Like honestly, if you can't deal with the
Yeah, they're
pressure
all
of a Canadian
rapists.
market,
Oh,
why are you playing hockey? Seriously. Like if you can't deal
Because
with a
they're good
Canadian
at it.
market,
Well, yeah, but you still look at Edmonton. Aren't they like 90% Canadian, and they all wanted to stay there? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't,
You look at-
I don't
you
know.
look
but
at-
like yeah, I don't know.
I think the issue that you're saying, Ali, is the fact that there is more Canadian players than there are American players. So when you have that influx in Canadian players and influx in Canadian talent, because again, no offense, we live in igloos according to some people. When you have that influx in talent, coming from Canada and Hockey Canada, where they may not have the greatest culture as an organization and have some issues in that they're trying to figure out. But the overall training process and the fact that major juniors is all up in Canada pretty much, and you have all this amazing talent coming from the Canadian northern region, there's only so many Canadian teams to play for. So when you have those top end talents, if they're gonna get, and Canadian teams only have so much
That's
money
why
to
I just
spend
think
on
it's a
them.
numbers game. Like everyone's
numbers.
always like, why
Okay,
hasn't
but, like,
Canada won it since '93?
I look at
but
a guy like
there's
Stamkos.
4 times the
Like,
amount of
Look
American
at Stamkos
teams.
in 2016. That guy had Toronto offering him everything, and he didn't want to come home. He would rather stay in Tampa. Even right now,
Yeah,
you
but
don't
he's
think
a
he could have
family
taken
down.
loyalty.
He's a family down in
No,
Tampa.
okay, I understand that, but like even this free agency, he couldn't have taken a pay cut to go win at home.
I think that there should be more people that stay with the team they drafted for. Like Stamkos is a good example. He was drafted first overall, and he took the franchise to where they were, and then he left when he was 36 and did all he could for that team. Whatever, they didn't want to sign him.
Plus, the other thing I think about is the fact that Stamkos has a family, and if I'm not mistaken, his family is like born and raised in Tampa. Like his entire family is from Tampa. Like not him himself, like his parents and all that stuff, but like his wife and his kids, they're all from Tampa. So why would he take a pay cut, come to win at home, and drag his?
Well, he wouldn't have won it.
That's like, think about what happened with Luongo. His
yeah.
family stayed in Florida.
Yeah,
he was
I don't know.
miserable in Vancouver. he played
I would be
amazing, but he was
miserable anytime
miserable
in
in
Vancouver.
Vancouver
Yeah,
because his
why
family
would,
stayed
why,
in
would,
Florida.
why would they come home when he can sit there with his family and hang out in Florida with his family? Like
But I do think there should be more loyalty. Like that whole Rutger McGroarty situation. Like I fucking hate him for that.
Yeah.
Like,
That was
I
a
put
dick.
the Jets jersey on. It didn't feel right, so now I want to get traded.
I think
like,
that's wrong, but
I understand if you've played somewhere for so long and then you request a trade, or if things aren't working out. Like
Or let's
like
say in the
Line
locker
where
room.
he was young but never found his groove in a place. But
or if it was like the locker
if
room
you're
type
just
thing.
like Rutger, where you just I want to go play somewhere else. Like I fucking hate that.
yeah, that's disgusting.
The other thing I can think
Like
is
Adam Fox. What
Again,
a piece
same
of
thing.
shit,
Oh, I
right?
don't want to play for Calgary. Oh, I don't want to play for Carolina. Then the fucking league bends over to him and he gets what he wants. And I hate that.
the only thing I'd say as well with Stamkos is that he was from Tampa, and yeah, he left his team. But if you look geographically,
Well,
as
he
to
didn't leave
where-
his team. They didn't want to sign him.
I know, but Tampa didn't want to sign him, so he was leaving Tampa. But if you look geographically on the states where he is, even if his family stays in Tampa, he's like maybe a 5-hour drive from them. Like he can drive home and see his family on days off.
Probably a bit
Yeah.
more than that, but yeah.
No, but geographically, I mean, like all those.
He's
like,
rich enough to take
like,
a 1 hour flight,
Well,
right?
no, but exactly. Like all those states, like that southern area, like South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, all these places, they're so close to each other. Like when I was down in South Carolina with my aunt and my uncle, we drove from Duncan, South Carolina, which is a small town in South Carolina, kind of towards the North Carolina border. We drove from Duncan, South Carolina. In 5 hours, we were in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, which is going through we went through the entirety of North Carolina in 5 hours.
Yeah, makes sense.
So the proximity as well is a difference. So like players from Canada, if their family's in like Montreal, let's say, well, unless Montreal or like they're in Quebec, unless Montreal or like Toronto gives them a contract, they're not going to go play in Vancouver, even though yes, it's in Canada now. But the issue is that's still like a 13, 14, 15, even 2-day drive, or like a 5 or 6 hour flight. Versus if their family lives in, let's say they're from Tampa Bay, their family is born like Stamkos, and you can go to Nashville, which is like 6 or 7 hour ride, or like a half-hour, 45-minute flight. Well, they're going to want to go to the place where it's closer together so they can go see their family more often.
I understand that, but I still feel like you should, as a Canadian, there's no more pride to be playing in Canada anymore.
I think that the pride needs to be brought back, but it also, the issue is you have as well is that
Well, it's not the prize. There's not the market. Like Ottawa
that's the
hasn't
issue.
been
Like, I
able
look
to
at a
make
guy like
good
Ty
team.
Domi. Yes, Ty Domi wasn't the biggest name, the flashiest name, but that guy wanted to be a Leaf because he was from Toronto. He knew what it meant to the team.
no, and,
right?
and you still have those guys, but the other issue is it's all a money game. Like that's the thing. As
That's
the
why
games,
people want to live in Florida. Because
Yeah.
instead of getting taxed 50% in Canada, you're going to get taxed.
Okay, but like
it's a money game, dude.
I also look at like the NBA, right? You look at a guy like Kawhi Leonard who went to LA. Let's be honest, California has a lot of taxes.
Didn't even play half those games.
California. Okay. Besides Kawhi Leonard and the player he is, he went to LA. He chose LA. Yes, they have a lot of taxes. Why don't more players want to go play in Orlando or something? Why isn't Orlando or Miami winning each year,
Orlando
unlike
doesn't
the
have a
NHL?
team. Oh,
No,
come on,
I'm talking
basketball.
NBA wise, right?
Well, there's
why
only
are we
4
working that
teams
way?
in basketball. They've had 7 teams win it since like 1970.
Dude, I don't even know basketball, so this is kind of like where I'm like
That's-
in Greek land right now.
That's also
Why-
such a different comparison, though, because Kawhi Leonard makes 4 times as much as McDavid does. So no matter where he moves, he's probably still making more than enough.
Yes, but you don't think he'd make more money in Miami? Because, like, obviously...
Okay, maybe, but it's a bit hard when you're not a free agent and you get traded.
Yeah.
Well, no, he was a free agent after he left Toronto, right?
Yeah, but he signed in LA.
Yes.
Again.
So why don't more players want to go to Miami? Why don't more players want to go to Orlando?
Talking about the NBA.
Well, no, because I'm
Miami
saying...
sucked at that time.
Look at the NHL. It's Florida's going to win the Stanley Cup, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
It's Florida or Vegas.
Yeah.
That's the way it is looking
Why
like.
Vegas?
Because Vegas is a
Look at their
tax-free state.
roster. Oh,
It's a
okay.
tax-free state.
But they have no one.
They're gonna...
They only have one line. Look at their roster. Like they've.
Okay,
Wait till Stone goes on LTIR.
Yeah, wait. Stone's back started hurt once they signed that extension recently.
Wait
Yeah,
till the
dude.
entire team goes on LTIR again. Yeah. Like, Vegas is a contender each and every year, hate it or love it.
Yeah.
Right? And the way the franchises
Love it.
run, okay, you know what? I hate Vegas, but the way they run the franchise is incredible.
No, Vegas.
run it strictly
Vegas,
business.
Yeah, Vegas isn't run it with, and this is something that people have criticized Vegas for, and something that even as a Vegas fan I slightly criticize them for, but I also kind of love. So Vegas runs it like Evan said as a business. They don't run it with loyalty. They don't run it with anything like that. They run it as either you produce or you can fuck right off.
No, even if you do produce, they fuck you right off.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like either you produce, like we're like they are in purely all the time in. We will do, and they've proven it time and time again. We will do literally anything to win. We don't give a fuck if you hate us. We will do anything possible to win the Stanley Cup. Like look what they did. Like when they did win this cup in 2023, which greatest time of my life.
Bandwagon.
You watched 4 games.
Yeah.
No, I actually didn't. I watched all the games almost. I think I lived this 2.
Sure.
I think it was 2.
He's such a bandwagon. I'm sorry. I never heard Vegas in 2018, man.
Anyways, moving on. When Vegas did win the cup, they had put like 3 or 4 players on LTIR before the playoffs.
Do it every year.
Exactly, but no matter how much everyone hates them and everything like this, until the league comes in and says no, we're stopping this and makes a fix to it, they know exactly. They're saying we don't. They're looking at everyone giving the bird and saying we don't give a shit if you hate us. We're winning. Go suck your own cock. Like that's what they're saying to people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which I mean, it doesn't win you any points with people who aren't fans of Vegas, but at the same time, you're making money because people who are fans of Vegas are going there. They're getting money, and I almost think that that's how hockey teams should be run because loyalty goes a long way. And I love loyalty in a hockey team. I love being loyal to the team you're drafted to and everything like this, like Evan was saying. But at some point or another, the team has to look at you and say, "Okay, dude, I'm sorry, we gotta win. We need to win."
I have a
like
question.
You don't make money if you don't
But you
win.
can't even be
Vegas,
loyal
too.
to Vegas. They've been around for 5 years.
Yeah.
No, I know that. But I'm saying in
We're
general.
talking
like
about
this.
loyalty. Like we're talking about like people jumping ship. Like a good example, in my opinion, is Gaudreau and Kachuk.
Yeah, no, and I 100% agree with that, but I'm saying that at some point there's a point, I'm talking about organizational wise, where they had to sit there and say, okay, we want to win. Like, look at Vancouver, for example.
Yeah, we did that, and people still fucked off. That's the point, though.
But like, if Vancouver, let's say, went into, let's say, 3 or 4 years down the line, maybe 6 years down the line, okay? Let's say Quinn Hughes and Thatcher Demko's, their game started to decline, but they have these new guys coming up, or these new guys are looking at. Well, Vancouver then has a choice.
Quinn Hughes is going to decline at 30?
I don't think so, but I'm saying in some randomized world, okay?
That New Jersey ain't gonna pay off itself, you know.
I guess.
What I'm saying is then Vancouver would have a tough spot of like, oh, okay, do we stay loyal to Demko and Hughes who have brought us this far and then so much for the organization and start
doesn't
a
even
rebuild
matter.
differently, or do we just say, okay, guys, we're gonna win?
But you're
Yeah, you
talking
take
about
'em 'cause those
you're-
are two
I don't know
guys
what
that
you're
are
talking
willing to
about
sign a team
business. We're
friendly.
just talking
I
about
know,
people
right?
staying like through free
Hughes
agency.
has already signed a team friendly. What?
Okay, I think it also matters on contract. Is Hughes willing to take a pay cut, or does he want to go Stamkos?
I mean, he's
route?
already on a pay cut, so he
there's
might not
so many different
next time,
variables
but-
as well, though. But
Like, let's be
Yeah.
honest. If you look at Stamkos, if he was willing to take the minimum, he would be in Tampa right now. Let's be honest, right?
I don't even know about
Yeah,
that.
well,
If-
Yeah, but
no,
there's a
if
difference
he
between
was-
signing a guy who's been your team leader and everything for 12 years. There's a difference between signing him $3 million and then signing him. What did he sign for? 6
or 7 mil.
6 or 7
Yeah,
mil in
right.
Nashville. Like,
He wanted the last of it. Let's be honest. This is the end of career
if
contract.
he stayed in Tampa Bay,
Yeah.
he'd probably still put up 50, 60 points.
yeah.
yeah.
But like, if
Yeah,
he
because
were
it was
if he
better
were
than-
willing to say, I want to be in Tampa so bad, I'm willing to take a minimum right now. I'm willing to take 925. He would be in Tampa right now, right?
Yeah, but you can't pay a guy
Money.
that even league minimum.
Yeah,
Like, league
no.
minimum is reserved for like fourth
Yeah,
liners.
that's fair.
He still
That's
would have
fair.
been like.
But
their
like, if
second
he's like, I
liner.
really want to win a cup and I'm gonna take this pay cut because he has enough money.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
At some point,
I'm
is
just saying
that-
hypothetically.
yeah.
He chased the money. Okay, I want to turn this back to the Calgary Flames. You know, the greatest team on ice right now. I
Would
got,
that be the Jets?
But
I think we talked about this a little bit, but I want to just hear you guys talk about the Flames in the center market right now as a 2C. I got a little information from a journalist with the Flames saying they're looking for a 23 to 26-year-old.
Yeah.
With change of scenery, right-hand
Yeah, I
shot.
know.
I got a couple names too. So
They're, from what I've been told from, again, the people I know in the Flames, from what I've been told so far, they're taking a good look at Natchez.
Martin Natchez. I want Natchez.
They're taking a very good look at Natchez because, again, he's that younger. He's young. He's that right-hand shot centerman. He's got the exact things they want. But again, people keep throwing out the name.
Big too.
He's big too. But again, people keep throwing out the name of Zegras because, again, if he's looking for a change of scenery, he's left-handed. Yes.
Get me Natchez.
Yes, he's left-handed. But again, it's a matter of what would Anna, because if you can get Zegras, it depends. If a change of scenery will change everything for him, then we know that's a guy who can produce at a very high level, and he's young, so he can be that centerman that goes on with Zari, with Coronado when they go down the line.
But he hasn't consisted at a high level. Like that first year he played, I mean, I'm not with what are his points totals?
okay, I also have one other name I was given here.
Yeah, who?
Peyton Krebs.
I could see that. I could see
He's
Krebs
stuck in
coming
Buffalo,
back.
so it's tough.
I could see Krebs coming back. We already know he likes Calgary. He played his junior career. He played here. He likes the city. He knows the pressure around the city, and he knows the atmosphere. So that's one thing that if I was to choose between Natchez and Krebs, Natchez is a really good player, and I'd still probably choose Natchez. But I think that Krebs isn't a bad pick either, for the only reason that he's coming to Calgary. He's seen the market. He knows the pressure he's going to be under. He knows exactly what he's mean. Same way when they brought back Jake Bean, I thought that was smart because Bean's from Calgary.
Yeah, he's frustrating as hell, but yeah.
No, he can be frustrating, but when he's really on his game, he knows the pressure. He's been in the city. Like as you were talking with pressure, some players don't know the pressure when they come into the city. So if you bring in these guys who've either played juniors here or they've lived here and played juniors here, like in Bean's case, they know the pressure when they come in. Zegras, I mean, while I'd sit there and can say I'd love to see him in a Flames uniform, I think that'd be a really cool combination to see. He's coming from Anaheim, which is a very, very low pressure market.
Oh yeah, no one cares about hockey there.
If he comes from Anaheim to Calgary, it's either going to do one of two things. The pressure's either going to turn him into a diamond, and he'll become an absolute unit for the Flames.
Just leave it a couple of years.
But I think what's more likely is he'll have what happened to Huberdeau, where he'll go from a low stress climate to a high stress climate, and he'll decline for 2 years, and then maybe pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, but he's already declined. That's the problem.
But we don't know what's going on in the Anaheim locker room. There's so many people there. They have Ratko Gudas as their captain, dude. Like,
hey, absolute legend, may I say?
But
Ratko Gudas
I don't think Zegras is as. I think Zegras is a name that's been floated around. I don't think he's as.
He would be the third dimension long shot.
Yeah, I don't think he's as reliable because it's also a matter of with the potential he's had and with some stuff he's done in his career so far. And I'm gonna want a fucking arm and a leg for him. So
he hasn't done too much though. That's
No,
my point.
One All-Star game.
I think it's like
Yeah.
a first and a prospect, max.
yeah, but still, it's a matter if Connery wants to go into that rebuild process, you don't want to give up that first and a prospect for him. Whereas Natchez and Krebs, they won't be requiring
I
as
would
much.
give up a first and prospect for Natchez. That's about it.
Yeah, but they're still not gonna be. But that's a like last ditch. You could probably do a player trade with a conditional third or something.
Yeah. No,
Not for Natchez.
Not for Natchez, but for Krebs you could.
Yeah, but I want Natchez.
Well, yeah, everybody wants Natchez.
That's my point.
he's going to be so good.
I'm saying Natchez is a good option and be the first option, but I'm saying Krebs isn't a bad backup of sorts because of the fact that he knows the market, he knows the pressure, he knows the city.
As long as Trevor Zegras is the third choice out of those three.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to talk about some really breaking news right here. One that really breaks all of our hearts here. Matt Rempe got sent down to the AHL.
Are we really talking about that?
We are really
That
talking about
really
that.
hurts.
That hurts my soul, man. Honestly,
Dude, don't diss my boy Rempe.
Matt Rempe is one of the most entertaining players in hockey, and everyone loves him. And honestly, I would say he's a bigger brand than a guy like Nathan McKinnon already.
I'll be honest. I'm not surprised.
I don't know, dude. That
I'm
Tim
not
Hortons
shocked.
sponsorship.
You're
kinda
right.
goes
The
hard,
Timmy
though.
sponsorship's kind of crazy.
It
Okay.
goes hard.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's Rempe should have got sent down. He still needs to. He's young though, but he's big.
Dude, I can't wait
Yeah.
for him to lead the AHL in PIMS.
But he's
It's gonna be crazy.
And this is the difference is actually like when you look like so Rempe trains with the same boxing gym that I train at. So I was talking with my coach actually, who was training with him on ice, and back in juniors, like when he was playing with Seattle, Rempe wasn't even like a fighter. This dude was like he was a point guy. He went out and he had like 100 points in junior or something like that. Like he had some crazy junior numbers for his size and for his play style. He had some crazy junior numbers. I think Evan's checking right now. From what at least that's what I was told. He was more or less a points guy for his size, and then he wanted.
I'm calling you on your bullshit, Mister. 31 points is a high.
Absolute legend.
But look at his size though. At the same time though.
Yeah, if you're fucking 6'6", 240 pounds in junior, you should be putting up. Well, if you're a
69
skill
points.
guy, you should be putting up 400 points.
Should be fucking dominating.
Absolute legend.
But he was focusing more on his skill and playing that power forward role in juniors than he is now. Nowadays,
If anything, he's doing it less because he only had 19 points or 31 points.
You let me finish my fucking topic, or what I was
No, 'cause
fucking
it doesn't
saying,
make
you
sense.
autistic prick. Anyways, he was putting up more points he was in juniors than he was when he came to the NHL. He wanted to play the NHL, so he went to fighting. So I think he still needs to develop more in the AHL before he can even get that fourth line. But I don't think he'll go past the fourth line if he makes
I
that.
don't think he'll come back.
what do you think his ceiling is?
Third
I think
line.
I think he's
best
hit it.
case scenario is a Tom Wilson.
I think he's hit his ceiling.
No, I
Really?
think Kylan's right
Yeah.
with third line forward.
Third line forward. He'll be your guy you throw out there to either fight someone when you need to, or to throw some energy. And he'll
Or
be the guy.
you know
That's
what? You know what? Seventh D man.
yeah.
Seventh D
Yeah,
man.
I
If
could-
he's
I could
willing
also-
to switch
yeah.
positions, he
Go
could
do the buffling thing.
He could be a demon on D. Like
Yeah, if he can skate backwards, like at his size,
as a defensive defenseman.
especially
he
with
could
his
be good.
reach, like if he can switch with his reach, like having that 6'7" reach, like, and he's already proven he can fight. So I mean, that's a good thing to have on defense. Because yes, I know fighting's being left in the game a little bit. It's leaving the game a little bit. But having a defenseman who's willing to stick up for your goaltender and is willing to save your teammates and have this guy is really beneficial.
Yeah.
To a team,
Yeah, that is.
especially on defense. Like as the game moves more towards skill and speed, I know the enforcer being left behind, but you still need to have someone who's gonna, be able to fight and hold someone accountable. Because the refs, there's four of them out there, but they're not gonna catch everything, or they're gonna let some stuff go, and you just can't.
Okay, guys, sorry. We got some really big breaking news here. Bronny James just got sent down to the G League.
Dude, what
Dude,
the
the
fuck?
social experiment is over.
I don't care.
I thought the 1.5% shooting percentage was gonna get him into the NBA.
I know.
I
Oh
thought he was
my
gonna make
I
it.
could not care less about the NBA.
I thought that the Lakers
Why is
sucked
that?
LeBron's dick enough to get him on the team.
Yeah, we'd like to know that, Kylan. You want to expand?
Because I don't watch basketball. I know nothing about basketball.
What's your problem with
What's your
basketball?
issue
Yeah,
with
what's your problem with
basketball?
I have no issues with basketball.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it
Yeah,
though.
you have no issues with it?
No, I have no issues with basketball.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay.
I love playing 2K.
Okay, what's your guys' opinions
suck at
on
them.
the Four Nations face-off?
I was gonna ask that
I
right
think
now.
it's the dumbest shit in the world.
Thank you. It is
it
the
is pretty
worst
dumb.
thing
Why
ever.
do
It's
they
a
All-Star
useless
game.
tournament. Why don't we just do the World Cup of hockey and then get everybody?
They-
It feels
they-
like an NHL scam, honestly.
They
you
are,
know
but
what
they're
I
getting
mean?
really. What pisses me off? They're getting the All-Star game. There's no All-Star game. It's just the Four Nations face-off.
Okay, but the
now.
All-Star game is kind
the
of
competition
ass
is the
anyways.
only part that's good.
Yeah.
The All-Star game is
competition
ass
the only
anyways. No
They
offense.
should've still
The
held the
3-on-3 is
competition
ass. The
and then-
5-on-5 was fun to watch.
5-on-5
Here's
was
my
always
thing:
boring,
is
too.
I absolutely hate this because the beauty of international hockey is upsets. You know what I mean? Like Germany, why don't we see them? You're missing Draisaitl, you're
Latvia.
missing Kaprizov, right?
Yeah.
Remember?
Arthur Sheilov.
Do you guys remember
Kaprizov is
2014?
German?
Sorry, no. I mean, like, I'm just listing the players: Draisaitl, Kaprizov, like the people that are missing, right?
Sure.
Right. Okay.
Well, all the
But
Russians are going to be missing.
I'm not sure if you guys remember in 2014
you know what?
when we
I
only beat
think- I
Latvia
think
2-0. Like that was the fun of it, right?
know-
No one can beat anyone if you're just like monopolizing the game with the top 4 teams.
I would be fine if they replaced the All-Star break, but I don't like the Four Nations idea. Like that just makes it seem like a gimmick. Like you're missing people like you said, Pasternak. Like you're missing Czechia, Slovakia, all these European countries that are proving themselves to get better. Like maybe like Latvia. Like again, like
Yeah.
teams that probably should be there, even if they get their ass handed to
Anze
them. but-
Kopitar, Slovenia,
There you
legend.
go.
Think about
Slovenia.
this. Rasmus Ristolainen, top line defenseman for Finland in the Four Nations face.
Like, Miro
They
Heiskanen.
did pick the
No,
four
it's
teams,
Heiskanen
but
and Ristolainen for their top pairing.
He's
like that.
still in the league.
I know.
Okay, back
dude.
to back. Yeah,
Think
30.
about that.
What I was
Yeah,
what I was
but-
also going to
no,
say
that's
about the Four Nations
when you're
is
a bottom defenseman, I feel like that would be
you're leaving out certain countries, and while there's one country that I don't think it's a name for certain political reasons why I don't think they should be in it, and I think it's a correct reason to leave them out. I feel bad for the athletes, but I think there's a political reason as to why we're leaving them out. When you leave certain countries, like Evan said, like the European ones, like
Just the
like
Four Nations
Czechia.
face-off makes it seem like it's like
I
a
think
gimmick.
the big ones
Like,
are Germany and Czechia that you're leaving out in that
Yeah.
in that international sort of play, and that's the big issue.
Here's my proposition to make it better.
That.
Let's make it a 6-team tournament. We're gonna have Team Europe and Team North America again.
There you go.
That way you can have Kaprizov,
Team Europe's
Pasternak.
But the problem with Team
And-
Europe
and-
is
and
that
with
there's
team-
enough people from countries to like be on the proper team. Like what did
That's
they do? What did they do for the World Cup of Hockey 2016? It was they had like
Yeah,
they had
so-
individual countries, right?
Yeah, and then they had Team Europe.
Did they have a Team Europe?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they did.
they made it to the finals.
See, I don't.
I
I,
want
it's
a
just,
Team
the
Germany
only,
with
the
Timmy
only
Stew
problem I
and Leon
have
I
with
think-
Team
I think
Europe is like it's
fucking
like
tearing
in
it
the
up,
NBA
dude.
how
That
they
would be
do
crazy.
North America versus Worlds, right? There's so few European players in the NBA compared to the NHL, where there's far more European players. Like I think that in the NHL, I don't know how much you could do a European team own. Like you could, but I feel like they'd want to represent their own nation. Okay, Kylan, what is your hot take on the Canadian goalie situation that happened
I
this
think
couple of years?
that in the next couple of years, I think Monbo will get there eventually. I think that if certain political factors didn't happen, Canada would have had a very different look on goaltending. But we're not going to mention those. But I think that Aiden Hill.
I think at some point you got to look at only on ice play.
I think
Yeah.
Aiden Hill should be it. I don't trust Jordan Biddington.
No,
I don't
the water
trust-
bottle thrower. I hate
don't
that
trust
guy.
Jordan Biddington.
The most inconsistent goaltender in the NHL. I'm sorry.
That would be
mean,
someone
yeah.
else.
Okay. Oh.
I don't trust Jordan Biddington.
I mean, yeah, but we have trust issues with other
Someone's
goalies too.
career fell off a cliff, and it was a little tough because now we have horrible goalies.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
someone made a
Someone made a little bit of an oopsie.
Someone went to
and
a Diddy
it's-
party.
there's a grave error in someone's judgment. And now Canadian goaltending is suffering because of it. And
but think about it, now he can
I think,
represent-
I think we'll leave it there.
yeah, Ron Hell,
but
buddy,
now,
Ron
but now
Hell.
he could represent Russia.
Fuck's sake. Okay.
All right, we're ready to move on.
Let's move on. We're talking about goaltending. Can I just say as well? USA's goaltending is going to smoke Canadian
Oh, yeah.
goaltending.
Yeah.
Holy shit! They have
If we had
Swayman and
someone,
Hellebuck.
it'd be
Better
better.
Hellbuck, and then
Ottinger's your
Dem-
third. And
Demko's on
Demko.
reserve.
Oh my god.
Demko's
Dude,
on
they're
reserve.
telling me one of them are going to miss this tournament? God, it's
It'll be
insane.
Demko. He's injured.
yeah,
Demko's
if
injured.
Demko's still injured, he might not even play another game in his
They can
career,
always
if
call
I'm being
from a
honest.
long lost brother in Russia, but that's what we need.
Yeah, that's
God.
what Canada needs.
Oh god, this is getting crazy, man. All right.
So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think teams are settling into their?
No, actually, I want to continue with the Four
I don't
Nations
think
tournament
they are
here. I
Wanna
want to
continue?
Okay. Who do you guys have winning this tournament?
I have
Canada.
the US winning.
USA.
I have
It has to be the
winning.
US, right? I
Their,
mean, I
their
feel
goaltending
okay.
is unmatched.
If we look at Finland, first of all, they're just too
We're not
weak.
even looking
They
at
don't
Finland.
even
We're
have
not even
enough
looking
time.
at Finland or Sweden.
Finland
No,
is running
Sweden,
Capo
no,
Kakko on
Sweden
their
I think
third
is a
line.
good dark horse here, but it's going to come down to Canada or USA. I think goaltending
US.
wins it. Like,
US.
I'm
I do.
sorry. Yeah, the US have just
Yeah.
more.
I'm a
Yeah,
very.
but why are you basing this only on active goalies?
Because I feel like both teams have incredible offenses. You have to admit that. Right?
Yeah, but
And defenders
but the
both teams are
Canada
pretty
has
decent.
so much
Defense-wise,
more
we're really
depth.
Yeah,
But can you score on Hellebuck versus can you
Who
score
are
on
the top?
Aiden
Who are
Hill?
the top two lines for the Americans?
Matthews, Kachuk.
No way, Brady's at the top.
No,
line.
Brady's
Okay,
second
fine,
line. Brady's
fine.
second line. I'll
Eichel,
pull up
Eichel should be
the
in there,
lines. I'll pull
right?
up the lines.
Jason Robertson should be in
Probably
there.
be Eichel. Probably, yeah, Robertson will
Here
probably
we
be
go.
in there.
Yeah, Eichel's a good
Okay,
shout.
guys. Team USA, top line. Gensel, Matthews, and Matthew Kachuk. Second line, Matt.
I would see Gensel making it.
Matt
top
Boldy,
line.
Jack Eichel, Brady Kachuk.
Boldy's not a second liner.
Jack Hughes, Tage Thompson, JT Miller.
Paige Thompson and JT Miller. I love that line more than the second
Kyle
line.
Connor, Dylan Larkin, Jason Robertson.
No way Kyle Connor's your fourth liner. Was that your fourth liner? No
This is on-
way.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that is delusional.
yeah, dude.
Okay, so if I
shouldn't
were to
even
do
be there.
lines, I'm going
What do you think of the
Matthews,
defense
Kachuk,
there?
Connor, and then I'm doing Robertson,
Mm-hmm.
Tage Thompson, Jack Hughes.
Let me
Oh
see.
my
let me see- let me see
God,
the
are
team, let me
they
see the
trying to
team.
put Zach Hyman on the Canada roster?
Yeah,
Fuck
it
that.
makes
The
sense.
US is
Top
gonna
line.
win.
It's like
Top
Chris
line.
Kunitz, who made it in
Dude,
2014.
Chris Kunitz is far better
oh my
than
gosh,
than Hyman.
the defensemen are stacked. First,
Canada's got bad
dude.
D.
Hughes, McAvoy. Second
Insane.
is
Yeah.
Slavin and Fox. Third is Werenski
yeah.
and Faber. And then their goaltenders are Hellebuck, Demko, and Swayman.
yeah.
They're extras.
Okay,
yeah,
you know
they're
Are
fucking
Brock
extra.
Besser and John Carlson.
Yeah, you know what?
In the mix is Clayton Keller, Vincent Trocheck,
Clayton Keller didn't make the team. No.
Caulfield,
No, not my short king.
Jake Sanderson, Noah Hannafin, and then their fourth goaltender is Jake Ottinger. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
the fourth goaltender, Jake
Okay,
Ottinger.
Canada's probably gonna get smoked.
We're gonna
What was I saying there?
Here. You want to see Canada's lineup?
Okay,
Here.
no, our lineup is good. It's just goaltending. That's my issue.
Zach Hyman, Connor McDavid, Mitch Marner,
Oh,
Braden
yeah.
Point, Nathan
Fuck off,
McKinnon,
we've
Brad
already lost.
Marchand.
Is that the top line?
Yeah, that's the top line.
McKinnon should be the
Well,
top.
again, this is
he's
according to
center.
ESPN. So like,
yeah, according to
mock-ups.
ESPN. Barzell, Crosby, Reinhart,
Crosby on the third line.
Nugent Hopkins,
He's
Suzuki.
37.
He's still up there.
Nugent
I'm
Hopkins,
sorry.
Suzuki,
I know he's up there
Bedard.
in age.
Bedard is on the fourth line.
He's
That makes
19.
sense.
Then
No,
the
I mean
defense-
like Crosby should be higher.
Dude, the defense
That's what I mean.
don't like.
Let me see the defense.
They took Evan Bouchard over Aaron Ekblad on the
I-
defense.
Are you kidding me? I would have taken Bouchard over.
I'd take
Ekblad.
Bouchard
I don't
over
know.
Ekblad.
I don't know.
I'd
But
take
they also,
Bouchard over Ekblad.
okay, but Devon Taves, Cale Makar, Shea Theodore, Evan Bouchard, Josh Morrissey, Noah Dobson, Jordan Binnington, Stuart
that.
Skinner, Aiden Hill.
Fuck off! I'm not taking Skinner. I'd take Montembeau over Skinner.
In the
any day.
mix, Mark Stone, Travis Konechny, Morgan Riley, Alex Pietrangelo, Drew Doughty, Tristan Jarry, and Joel Hofer.
Fuck off! If
Our team's getting fucking smoked. Our team's
Okay,
getting fucking
Canada's getting
smoked.
rolled.
And then Sweden. Sweden's got a not
Yeah,
bad
but you gotta
roster,
remember, we
dude.
got Davo.
Yeah, we do got Dave.
And Bedsy.
It's a
feel
first
like
timer.
Bedsy-
Yeah, we got
Bedard.
fourth line Bedsy.
Does Betsy make the team?
Yeah,
I feel
Bedsy's
like
fourth line
Connor
right wing.
Bedard.
Well, it's not fully
According
announced,
to
but yeah.
ESPN.
I can
But
see
then-
that.
Does
Philip-
ESPN even know what hockey is?
No.
I mean,
No.
fair enough. I mean,
So-
fuck, that's a horrible.
The
lineup.
projected Sweden is Forsberg, Zibanejad, Nylander.
That's kind of nice.
Leo Carlson, Elias Pettersson, and Kempe.
Leo Carlson's
Pettersson's
that high?
overrated.
Jesper Bratt, Joel Eriksson Ek,
I'm being
Lucas
serious.
Raymond, Elias Lindholm, Michael Backlund, William Carlson.
Where's the Hoglander?
You know what? Holy fuck!
I know, where's the big
Sweden
hog,
might
dude?
even give Canada a run for
I
it.
was
Yeah.
gonna say, and Ulmark Annette, Ulmark Marsham.
Hey, first defensive pairing, Hedman Dahlin. Forsling Carlson, Lindholm Ekholm, Allmark, Markstrom, and Wallstead. Nyquist and Brodin are the extras.
Okay.
Landeskog, Raquel, Anderson, Larson, and Urson are in the mix.
Dude, Sweden might even beat
What's
Canada.
team
Sweden's
Finland?
dope.
What's team
Finland-
Finland's?
Finland's
Team
weak.
Finland?
Ukko-Pekka
Finland's weak.
Luukkonen.
Valtteri Filppula might be on the team.
You
honestly.
guys ready for this? You guys ready for this demon lineup from Finland?
Let's go.
What's up?
Tavo, Barkov, and Rantanen on the top fucking line.
That's a good line.
It's a good line.
No, that's good.
And then it goes downhill from there.
Aho was on the first line, right?
Aho's second line.
Okay, that's good.
Granlund. I don't know, dude.
If Granlund's a second liner, they're gonna get smoked.
Lehkonen, Hintz, Capo Caco,
Hintz is a good
Eric
player.
Holla, Lundell, Line. But they got Heiskanen. You got Ristolainen.
Oh, did the Bison King get on there?
There's a line still in the league.
I know, I'm
yeah.
shocked.
You got Lundell, Oli Mata on. Dude, yeah.
A fire
fuck.
alarm?
This one.
Yeah,
Oh, we're good.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is the backup goalie.
Backup?
apparently.
Who's the starter?
UC Soros?
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Great
Yeah.
goaltender. Great
Yeah,
goaltender.
dude. The
Dude, how
lineup's
does
not that
Canada have
good
the
for
worst
Finland.
goaltending in the tournament?
Because okay, look, you know, as a
Someone
goaltender,
diddled someone!
Yeah,
That's the problem!
okay, no, but like
Someone
as
made
a
a poor
goaltender,
error in judgment.
as a goaltender, this is all systemic. Like we.
Fuck, why don't we call him Ali Murgy?
I don't know if it was systemic, dude. He kind of just walked
No,
in
no,
there.
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. Okay. No, but I'm saying like as a goaltender going.
We're getting kicked off the air.
Okay, guys, like as a goaltender, this is all a systemic issue, all right?
Yeah.
Like from the bottom, goaltenders are allowed. Goaltenders are not allowed to express themselves. They are like told, "Oh, guys, we need to do the butterfly perfectly, and if you're not doing the butterfly, we're not like you're not good enough."
What the
Like,
fuck
that's the
else
thing.
would
What
you
is
say?
this
No,
have to
no,
do
no,
with
no,
anything?
but
Do you want
Do you want
Here's
to turn
my
into
thing.
fucking
Okay.
Dominic Hasek
No.
again of flopping around that damn fish?
Yes, so goaltenders can actually be fun. Okay, here is my thing.
It
though.
doesn't
is-
work
no,
as well.
No, hear me out. is when you look at goaltender evaluations at these like high level hockeys, they look at technical ability. They don't care if you can make a save or not. It's more technical than anything. That's the reason why we're falling behind.
Yeah, so if I'm flopping around and making no saves, you saying I get an NHL spot?
No, but I'm saying if you're flopping around and you are making saves, you deserve an NHL spot.
Okay, can we just mention also this man is definitely taking out all the rage
Have
of
you
him not
looked-
being able to make AAA his entire life.
Have you looked
In
at
this
Have you looked
podcast.
at any
Hey, I'm a
footage?
Pee-wee 8 legend. Never disrespect it, man.
Have you ever looked at any footage from before the year 2000 and the goaltenders? They look like fucking plumbers out there. Half of Gretzky's points shouldn't count because of how bad the goalies are.
Also, but he couldn't raise the puck, so.
I don't
Oh
wanna
my
go in
god.
there.
Okay, we're really
We're
going
gonna-
there,
we're
are
gonna
we?
move on.
Oh my god. Okay, no, we're continuing with this Four Nations tournament. Last thing. What do you think about Canada's jerseys?
I like him.
I love them.
Okay,
Not bad.
now let me ruin them
They're
for
not
you.
bad.
You guys know, like, when you go to, like, a national park gift store and you get one of those, like, cheap knockoff Canada
Yeah,
jerseys?
no, you're right.
No.
You're right.
Don't
you're
they
right.
look like that?
You're
Do
right.
they have
you're
cheap
right.
knockoff Canada jerseys?
yeah,
Yes,
they do.
I
They do
swear
look
I
like it.
have one of those jerseys
They
already.
do look like it, but they are kind of fire.
They are nice.
I don't like them. Honestly, my favorite jersey is probably
I'll-
Finland out of the four.
I'll probably
Theirs
buy
didn't
one.
even change.
No, Finland's is nice, though. Like, I like it.
The swim
I'll get
is
a
always
I'll
nice.
get a Bedsy jersey. Team
Bedsy
Canada
jersey?
Bedsy jersey. Bedsy jersey.
I'll
get
stick
a-
with my black Canada one.
I'll get a Stuart Skinner
The Black
jersey.
Canada one is pretty
Those
fire.
new black jerseys that they released, Hockey Canada released, so nice.
You're getting a Stuart Skinner jersey?
No.
Is the funding going
Never.
towards covering up?
Oh my god, we're not doing this, guys.
Dog.
All right.
Hey, I'm
we
calling
are
Team Canada
going-
out on their bullshit.
Exactly. Fuck Hockey Canada.
Or, not Team, yeah, you know what I mean.
Not Team Canada. No, we like the players. Well, I mean, most of the players. Okay. Our team's settling into the rosters.
I think teams still need a little bit more time to
I
settle.
think
Haven't
they're
they been
starting to
settled
settle.
for-
I think they start like settling because you still have certain guys you can send down to the CHL
Yeah.
still on certain
Yeah,
teams.
exactly.
that's
I
fair.
think it's starting to get settled.
There's
I think
still
it's
games on. There's still players on trials. and
Yeah,
everything.
Like
So we're just
Hanzik,
gonna
for
take
example.
a
I think
minute.
Hanzik will get sent down. I
take
think
a
Hanzik
minute.
Really?
will get
He was
I like
only
him.
up here because Sharangovich is injured.
Yeah, I think Hanzik will get sent
All
down.
right. Yeah, I can see that, but I kind of like Hansi. I hope he makes the team.
I want
Yeah, I
Kirkland
hope
to
he
stay.
doesn't. We needs to develop. We don't need to rush him.
I want Costco to stay.
Costco's an absolute
He will
legend.
stay. The next guy I can see the Flames sending down is Klapka.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
He's been a little rough.
I can really see that, honestly.
Next person, I don't know, dude. I mean, I know he's young and we just got him, but Kevin Ball, a little frustrating.
Yeah, I don't like Kevin Ball, honestly,
Dude,
man.
his stick is massive. I saw one in the store the other day. It's
Pause.
taller than me. Pause. His twig is massive, dude.
You know that from experience?
No, like I stood next to me and it was literally taller than me.
So you can suck at standing.
Dog. For $10 million, I'm sucking it.
Right
Damn.
there. It was right there. Oh, God. You know what? When they're saying we're competing with the Talk to Up podcast, we really are.
Oh
here.
my
Dude,
God,
I'm
don't
just
even
saying.
start that shit.
There's a 29-year-old defenseman out there that Calgary could sign.
Who?
Playing
What's
for.
his name?
Shut up.
What's his name? His name is the
If you
locker
say-
room cancer Tony D'Angelo.
No!
Yes,
no!
sir.
Dude, he's putting up hella stats
Fuck
in the
yeah.
KHL.
Dude, he's
and-
putting up numbers. And
If he
put up
wasn't
numbers
such a
in the league,
racist
too.
fucker, scum, he would have been a legend.
Okay, he is a piece
He's
of
been
shit.
to every team, and every team hates him so much.
Yeah, dude. Well, not as much as a locker room cancer as Mike Hoffman's wife, but he's still pretty bad.
Oh my God.
This is
no.
awesome.
Dude, she single-handedly sent him to
my.
Florida and Eric Carlson to San Jose.
That
It's kinda
Senators
crazy.
team was good, too.
Oh, they were good.
They were
and she
so
fucked it up.
good.
Yeah.
Dude, can we just name this podcast "We're Getting Canceled"?
Honestly,
We
yeah.
might, we
Yeah,
might.
we're just going to call it
Because
canceled.
we've only got a couple minutes, I'm going to go over our last topic here. Kevin He, the first Chinese-born captain in the CHL. Do you
Yeah.
think he is him?
He
I
will be
think,
him, honestly.
I think he is him.
I think-
he is him.
I
Or
think
is
it's
he
I
he?
think I think it's really
Hey,
great to
shut the fuck
see
up, Allie.
with him not being named the captain of Niagara Ice Dogs. I think it's great to see hockey expanding in
Yeah.
the world. I think it's a really great thing to see, especially because there's a couple kids now.
Team China's on the rise.
There's a couple teams.
They're only half Canadian.
Yeah, there's a couple teams actually, even in like the I think it's U16 level, that have brought over like a couple Korean players as well to play on their team. I keep seeing this, but I think it's great how much hockey is expanding to make more accessible for everyone.
He's actually on pace to put up
But he's
136
like,
points.
I know, he's
dude,
gross.
dude
He's
is
actually
him.
good.
Like, he's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
gross.
He is him.
Damn.
Like he is gross.
Yeah, Winnipeg Jets legend.
Like,
Rutger
Fourth
McGrory.
round pick. Oh my god, I hate that guy.
all Jets fans love Rutger McGrory.
Oh,
They have fans?
You want me to call Devin right now? I'll call Devin right now.
Don't get Devin on
Yeah,
here.
get D-Dawg on
They're
here.
7-0. You know how obnoxious that man is gonna be.
I'll
get
call
D-Dawg
D-Dawg
on
right
here.
now and ask him
No.
to Dr.
No,
No,
McGurty.
we are not. Actually,
No, I'm good. I don't want to hear
I'll do it right now.
No,
Should we?
don't. No, this you can't. No,
Yeah, get his opinion.
I don't want
his
to hear
opinion
it. I don't
right
want to hear
now.
it.
Yeah, I want his opinion.
Everyone's
Call him,
here.
call
Okay,
him.
we should get D-Dog on the podcast.
let me get.
We should have
Let me,
D-Dog come in to the
we can,
podcast.
yeah. I'll put him in my
Oh my
ear first, and then
God.
as soon as he answers, I'll make sure he doesn't say anything stupid.
Explain
But
the
honestly,
situation.
the Jets are looking like. I don't want to say it, but are they going to be the first Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup?
No.
Pick up, you bum. Hey, buddy.
You saw him
One
last
second. You
So yeah, I think
UFC?
honestly.
Oh shit. Okay,
the-
never mind.
oh,
See you
yeah.
later.
Never mind. D-Dog can't come on right now.
You just finished your fight.
No. Okay.
Wait, what's he doing?
All right, I'm putting you
Oh,
on speakerphone.
this is gonna be
Oh,
absolutely
Doing
amazing.
This podcast. We want to know your opinion on Rutger McGroarty.
All right,
Didn't
we're ready.
even say his name right.
Yeah, give us your opinion.
He's a pussy. Like, who the fuck expects top 6 minutes before even playing an NHL game? Who are you?
Perfect. Thank you very much. I'll call you later. Bye.
Thank you, D-Dog.
Sounds good, bye.
What a goat.
Oh man, what an absolute
I love D-Dog.
legend, man.
All right.
Love D-Dog.
This guy
All
is
right,
the greatest.
all right,
Is
guys.
that the note that we ended
Thank
on
you,
there?
that what we're ending?
thank you
All
guys
right.
very much for watching. Us all be stupid.
Dude, nobody is
And
watching
play.
this.
True.
Hey,
Thank
we
you guys
got
very-
people from like Belgium and Australia, man.
Thank you very much
Yeah,
for listening to us idiots talk for an hour and a bit.
Yeah, Sydney's our top 5 city. For
Oh,
us.
let's fucking go.
See you guys next week.
Top 5 of 5
same day.
viewers.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, fuck you.